fixing should be complete, and the goal should be complete oneness with God. And the idea is also that we should not rest till the ideal is achieved. So the commentary now, it is very essential for everyone to fix his thought at the very outset upon the goal which he has to attain, so that his thought and will may pave his way up to it. It has been observed that those on the path of spirituality who did not fix that final state for their goal have definitely remained short of the mark, because before arriving at the final point, they mistook one or the other of the intermediate states to be the final point or reality and stopped there. Thus, they suffered merely for not having fixed their goal. Even in worldly matters, so long as a person does not keep his object in view, his efforts are never so intensified as to ensure success. Now, while reading, I'm again repeating it a little bit because it's a short maxim. There are three thoughts in this. The first thought is it is very essential for everyone to fix his thought at the very outset upon the goal which he has to attain, so that his thought and will may pave his way up to it. Now, in the previous maxim, we read the prayer, and in the prayer itself, the first one, it is mentioned there that, O Master, thou art the real goal of human life. So the goal is already present in the prayer. So this is what is being reiterated here. Now, why should we have to fix our goal in the very beginning? For that, Babuji is commenting as follows. It has been observed that those on this path of spirituality who did not fix that final state for their goal have definitely remained short of the mark, because before arriving at the final point, they mistook one or the other of the intermediate states to be the final point or reality and stopped there. Thus, they suffered merely for not having fixed their goal. Now, there was a uh, you know kind of example which was given. If somebody has to go to Delhi and he doesn't know the destination, and he has some picture of it, and he boards a train. If he doesn't know the destination, he is prone to alighting before the final destination. So even in worldly matters, this is the third point. So long as a person who does not keep his object in view, his efforts are never so intensified as to ensure success. So all the 3 points are telling us about the goal and why should we fix the goal, and if we don't fix the goal, what happens. तो इसको मैं हिंदी में पढ़ रहा हूँ. नियम 3, हर एक भाई को चाहिए कि वो अपना मकसद निश्चित कर ले, और वो एक यह है कि ईश्वर तक पहुंचकर उसमें लय अवस्था हासिल करके स्थायी स्थिति दृढ़ कर ले, और जब तक ये बात हासिल न हो जाए चैन न आए. तो इसके बारे में बाबूजी लिखते हैं, प्रत्येक व्यक्ति का कर्तव्य है कि जिस चीज को हासिल करना है उसका ख्याल पहले से जरूर निश्चित कर ले, ताकि उसका ख्याल और इच्छा शक्ति उस तक पहुंचने का रास्ता बना ले. तो यहाँ पर दो चीजें हैं, हमारी मकसद का ख्याल और दूसरा अपनी इच्छा शक्ति, जिससे कि हम वो रास्ता पूरे कर सकते हैं. देखा गया है कि जिन लोगों ने ईश्वरीय विषय में उसकी अंतिम हालत को मकसद नहीं बनाया है, वे जरूर ही उस अंतिम दौलत से वंचित रह गए हैं, इसलिए कि वो दौलत मिलने से पहले जो चीज उनको रास्ते में हासिल हुई उसको असल समझ बैठे और वहीं पर रुक गए और उसी को सब कुछ समझ लिया. कहिए, असल मकसद निश्चित न करने से उन्हें सचमुच कितना नुकसान हुआ। दुनियादारी के मामले में भी ध्यान दीजिए कि जब तक कोई इंसान अपना मकसद पूरी तरह निश्चित नहीं कर लेता, उसकी कोशिश भी इस तरीके की नहीं होती और न इतने घोर परिश्रम से काम होता है जिससे उसको मकसद की पूर्ति में मदद मिल सके। कहा गया है, अच्छा ये तो इंग्लिश में नेक्स्ट पैरा में है। इट इज एन एडमिटेड फैक्ट that a boat cannot ply directly to the destination unless the helm is applied to it. Treating this human form as a boat and the space it is plying in as the ocean of spirituality, it is but essential to put the helm in order to be able to ply through the vast ocean successfully. In the spiritual field, the helm is our strong determination, which helps us to steer on to the destination. There may certainly be countless worlds at places, but the strength of our will and confidence helps us to overcome all of them and proceed on straight to the destination. तो यहाँ पर और in this case, Babuji is giving us the simile of a boat wanting to go towards its destination as quickly as possible. So for which he says, if the helm is not fixed or applied, it is difficult for the boat to move. He says that the human form is the boat and our strong determination is the helm, and the ocean of spirituality is the space in which the boat is plying. He gives two things which will make our journey faster and proper. One is the strength of our will and confidence in our own self that we will reach the destination. तो इसका हिंदी में अनुवाद है या हिंदी का ओरिजिनल जो है वो ऐसा है। कहा गया है कि जब तक नाव में पतवार न हो उस वक्त तक उसको वहां नहीं ले जा सकते जहां की जाना है। अगर हम इस शरीर को नाव समझ लें और उस जगह को जहां नौका चलती है आध्यात्मिकता की सरिता मान लें, तो यह बात आवश्यक हो जाती है
नमस्ते
कि
सिस्टर।
नाव में हेलो
हेलो
एम आई ऑडिबल? हेलो हेलो
हेलो।
हेलो
Yes,
राशि,
Ganesh,
आर यू देयर? आई कैन
Ganesh,
हियर यू। ओके विवेक, यू कैन हियर मी? हेलो, हाय राशि, कैन यू हियर मी? ओके ओके। So, is the flow okay that I'm reading paragraph in English and then in Hindi? ओके। आध्यात्मिकता के रास्ते में पतवार क्या चीज है? यह हमारी इच्छा शक्ति है जिसकी मदद से हम अपना बेड़ा खेकर निश्चित गंतव्य तक ले जाते हैं। यह जरूर है कि रास्ते में बहुत सी जगहों पर असंख्य भंवर मिलते हैं, मगर दृढ़ इच्छा शक्ति और ध्येय पर पहुंचने के ख्याल की मजबूती के सहारे हम उन भंवर को पार कर जाते हैं और हमें सही रास्ता मिलता जाता है। So we now come to the next para in the English. Now, since our eye is fixed upon spirituality, I think you need to further move the page, Rashi. It is not moving, I think. Yeah. Hello. Okay. Yeah, I can see it now. So now, since our eye is fixed upon spirituality, we take up the ideal, which is the highest and which can be nothing but the that associated directly with the absolute. Thus, to reach the infinite absolute is one of the primary duties of man. But so long as the goal is not fixed in one's thought, it is very difficult to complete the journey successfully. Divine help does come, no doubt, but only when the Supreme is convinced that the devotee's earnestness of purpose. So, in this paragraph, if you see, there are few ideas. I will repeat it again. Since our eye is fixed upon spirituality, we take up the ideal which is the highest. So, now our goal, which was mentioned in the initial paragraph, this is now being highlighted and it is being brought up to that particular what should be our ideal. The ideal which is the highest and which can be nothing but that associated directly with the absolute. Absolute is the creator basically. Thus, to reach the infinite absolute is one of the primary duties of man. But so long as the goal is not fixed in one's thought, it is very difficult to complete the journey. So, unless we have that thought in our mind, we will not know where to go and complete the journey. Again, he says, divine help does come, no doubt, but only when the Supreme is convinced of the devotee's earnestness of purpose. It is said that the divine does not oppose the freedom which he has given to all of us. So only when we make a purposeful, determination and request, only then the divine help does come. तो इसका हिंदी अनुवाद मैं पढ़ता हूँ. ये अनुवाद नहीं है, एक्चुअली इट इज द ओरिजिनल. अब चूंकि हमारी निगाह निगाह आध्यात्मिकता पर टिकी है, इसलिए हम एक ऐसा मकसद अपने सामने रखते हैं जो सबसे ऊंचा है, और वो मकसद वही हो सकता है जिसको परम सत्य से संबंधित करना सचमुच ठीक होगा. इंसान का कर्तव्य भी यही है कि उस तक पहुंचने की कोशिश करे. जब तक इंसान के ख्याल में यह मकसद पूरी तरह नहीं बैठता, उस वक्त तक यह रास्ता तय करना कठिन कार्य हो जाता है, और ईश्वरीय मदद उसी वक्त शामिल हो जाती है जबकि उसको यानी गुमा को यह विश्वास हो जाता है कि सचमुच हमारा भक्त हम तक पहुंचने की कोशिश कर रहा है. ठीक है. सो वी कम टू द नेक्स्ट वन. When the reaction creates a stir in the infinite, it indicates that he has concentrated his thought in the great being. This brings to our view the example of the lover and the beloved. It means that the distance between the devotee and the Lord is reduced, and the idea of remoteness begins to fade away. Now, if we try to put a little bit thought on this, when we knock at somebody's door, only then somebody else will listen to it and try to open the door. So whenever we are trying to fix our goal and with an earnestness of purpose and with strong determination and restlessness, we try to do it slowly and steadily. The great being will also be able to understand our purpose, and slowly the distance between us and the Lord starts getting reduced. That is what he is coming at. However, since the entire journey is infinite, how much it reduces is also for us to know according to our own, हम लोग जितना उसमें मेहनत करते हैं उसके हिसाब से। इंसान का कर्तव्य भी यही है कि उस तक पहुंचने की कोशिश करे। जब तक इंसान के ख्याल में यह मकसद पूरी तरह नहीं बैठता, उस वक्त तक यह रास्ता तय करना कठिन कार्य हो जाता है और ईश्वरीय मदद उस वक्त शामिल हो जाती है जबकि उसको यानी भूमा को यह विश्वास हो जाता है कि सचमुच हमारा भक्त हम तक पहुंचने की कोशिश कर रहा है। जब इसके असर से भूमा में एक तरीके से की उभरने वाली खटक पैदा होने लगती है, तो मानिए कि आपने अपना ख्याल उसमें जमा दिया है। दूसरे मायने में प्रियतम और प्रेमी की मिसाल नजर के सामने होगी, यानी भक्त और भूमा के बीच की जो दूरी थी अब कम लगने लगी। समीपता यहाँ तक बढ़ी कि वो हिस्सा जो ख्याल में दूरी का एहसास दिलाता था धीरे धीरे मिटने लगा। होते होते नौबत यहाँ तक पहुंची कि इस ख्याल को भी भूल गए। वजह यह थी कि समीपता का संबंध और भी समीपतर हो गया। So that is explained here in the next paragraph. Our nearness goes on increasing up to the final limit, where the very feeling of aloofness, having merged in reality, becomes completely extinct and assumes the form of the latent motion that existed at the time of creation. In this way, our merging in the state becomes permanent and lasting. Our swimming in the infinite ocean now starts, which brings us to the real life which comprises the influences of the ocean we are now swimming in. तो इसका हिंदी में, यह समीपता यहाँ तक बढ़ी कि हम उसके बिल्कुल करीब तर होकर उसमें शामिल होने का एहसास करने लगे। धीरे धीरे अब हमारे ख्याल से यह बात भी बिल्कुल गायब हो गई कि हम सचमुच उसके करीब तर हैं। बात यह थी कि हमने उस इस तरह उसकी समीपता प्राप्त कर ली कि हमारा भ्रम यानी जो अलगाव का ख्याल था और उस ख्याल से अलग था, अब उससे वो ऐसा सिमट गया कि उसकी हालत एक तरीके से गुप्त हरकत या लेटेंट मोशन की सी हो गई, जो प्रलय के वक्त थी। अब यह खामोश या गुप्त हरकत जो हमने उसमें पैदा कर ली और हर तरीके से उसमें सिमटने लगे, उससे हमारा फैलाव उसमें होने लगा। इस तरीके से हमारी लय अवस्था उसमें होकर इस तरह देर तक ठहरने वाली और स्थायी हो गई कि अब हमारा कयाम या स्थिति उसमें स्थायी रूप से हो गया और हम उस अपार सागर में जिसका और छोर नहीं है तैरने लगे। अब हमें असली जिंदगी मिलने लगी। वो यानी असली जिंदगी क्या थी? यह उस सागर के प्रभाव थे जिसमें हम अब तैर रहे हैं। So in English, it thus is clear that the firmness of will and determination to reach the goal helped us to arrive at the destination, with the result that we firmly got established in the final state. How this most difficult problem was so easily solved by the virtue of correctness of our goal and the firmness of determination may not now be difficult to understand. Our intention to reach the goal promoted our efforts, and since the ideal was the noblest, the interest for it went on increasing till it developed into a strong craving. Then we began to feel impatient for it. When we get into this habit, the tendencies of the mind are diverted towards it with full vigor. तो हिंदी में, अब आप ही देखिए जब आपने अपने ख्याल की स्थायी हालत घूमा में लय होने की बना लिया। हाँ जी। वन सेंटेंस अर्लियर इज इट? Rashi, you were saying something. Okay. Yeah, because it is in a very long paragraph. अच्छा, मैं बुक से पढ़ रहा हूँ। ओके, तो मैं थोड़ा पीछे से पढ़ना शुरू करूंगा। अब हमें असली जिंदगी मिलने लगी। वो यानी असली जिंदगी क्या थी? यह उस सागर के प्रभाव थे जिसमें हम अब तैर रहे हैं। अब आप ही देखिए, जब आपने अपने ख्याल की स्थायी हालत भूमा में लय होने की बना लिया और इरादा पक्का यानी स्थायी बना लिया, तो उसने मदद दे देकर अंतिम लक्ष्य पर पहुंचा दिया। नतीजा ये हुआ कि आपने अपने आप वहां पहुंचकर उसमें अपनी स्थिति पूरी तरह स्थायी कर ली। भाई, ये बात कितनी मुश्किल थी, जो सिर्फ आपके इरादे और सही मकसद निश्चित करने की वजह से हासिल हुई। और कितनी आसानी से आप वहां पहुंच गए जहां आप पहुंचना चाहते थे। यह रास्ता कैसे पार हुआ? पहले यह ख्याल था कि हम उस तक पहुंचें, और फिर आप उसके लिए भरपूर कोशिश और अथक प्रयत्न करने लगे, क्योंकि एक बेहतरीन मकसद आपके सामने था और आपके उस पर पहुंचना था। इसलिए आपने उस वक्त तक पहुंचने की रुचि भी पैदा हो चुकी थी। और जब किसी कार्य में रुचि पैदा हो जाती है, तो उसे करने के लिए बार बार तबीयत चाहती है। और यह आदत ऐसी बन जाती है कि बिना उसे किए हुए तबीयत को चैन भी नहीं मिलता। इसका अभ्यास करते करते तबीयत अपने आप उस तरफ और भी तेज गति से दौड़ने लगती है। यह आदत पढ़ते पढ़ते आंतरिक रुझान यहाँ तक हो जाता है कि अभ्यासी की तबीयत इतनी तीव्रता से प्रवृत्त होने लगती है कि बिना इसे किए उसको कुछ भी अच्छा नहीं लगता, जिसे हालत के बढ़ जाने पर बेचैनी का नाम दिया जा सकता है। इसमें तड़प भी शामिल है। इसलिए यह बात जरूरी है कि उस तक पहुंचने के लिए हमको बेचैन जरूर रहना चाहिए। जिस तरह से जब सृष्टि रचना का वक्त आया, तो वो सुप्त हरकत अपना रास्ता बनाने के लिए बेचैन थी, और उसकी बेचैनी ने उसके लिए रास्ता बना दिया। उसी तरह हमारी बेचैनी हमारे लिए मकसद पर पहुंचने का रास्ता बना देगी। In English, so the final conclusion. Thus, we come to the conclusion that for the attainment of the objective, we have to create in us intense longing or extreme impatience, which forces our passage onto it, just as the latent motion did at the time of creation. तो यहाँ पर ये तीनों maxims में, in all these three maxims, uh, Babuji is giving us the picture of how the creation happened, and that is what is the first three maxims are all about, and that is what is our practice is all about: the creation, and how we need to use that same thing to do it. So he says that the latent motion was extremely impatient to start the creation, and then the creation happened. Using the same example, we should also have that same amount of restlessness to achieve the highest, which is complete oneness with God. And if you read through this particular maxim, there are extremely uh, too many number of you know qualities which are given. I'll just mention a few of them. So in the maxim itself, fix your goal. That is one of the qualities of a person who wants to be successful. Second is know the goal, which is complete oneness with God. Third is rest not till the ideal is achieved, which is restlessness. So three different qualities which we should have to be successful is already there in that maxim. Then we further come further down that he has to attain the goal. In order to attain it, his thought and will may pave way up to it. When we have the goal in mind, then it is possible for us to use our thought and will to achieve that. If we don't have a goal, we will not achieve anything. So that itself becomes a reason why we try to reach our goal. Then further, keep his object in view so that his efforts are not, if he is not able to keep his object in view, his efforts are never so intensified as to ensure success. So if we try to do the invertendo, it means that if we have to ensure that our efforts are intensified to ensure success, we always have to keep the object in view. Otherwise, it will not be fruitful. Then further, in the next paragraph, we have the simile of the helm, which is a strong determination. Again, another quality if we have to achieve success. Then further, strength of our will and confidence. In one of the, one of the Babuji's sayings, he says, strength of will and confidence can take us up to our goal, and that is coming from this particular maxim. So these are two qualities which we need to have. We should practice assiduously to reach our goal. Then further in the next paragraph, taking up the ideal which is the highest. This is another quality. Then another quality is to reach the infinite absolute should be our primary duty. Then further, we can only get divine help when the Supreme is convinced of the devotee's earnestness of purpose. So we need to have an earnestness of purpose. And further, concentrate our thought in the great being in order to reach the highest and to create a stir in the infinite. We have to concentrate our thought in the great being. Then further, our very feeling of aloofness becomes completely, having merged in the reality, becomes completely extinct and assumes the form of latent motion that existed at the time of creation. So when we try to go nearer and nearer without having to, uh, you know, actually uh, feel that whether we may or may not reach, that aloofness itself ensures that we create a form of the latent motion which was existing at the time of creation. And our merging in that state becomes permanent and lasting. Further, swimming in the infinite ocean now starts. Again, further qualities firmness of will, determination to reach the goal, our intention to reach the goal, promoting our efforts, our interest for the ideal to be reached, to be kept on increasing, a strong craving, feeling of impatience, making it into a habit, intense longing, and extreme impatience. So, in all of this, we will see that whatever is there in the maxim number three, those 3 points which we initially said fixing of the goal, which is complete oneness with the God, and resting not till the ideal is achieved, which is restlessness, that qualities are exemplified throughout this commentary. So, what the restlessness is again given a lot of shades, and what all we need to do in order to achieve the final goal is all explained in different words and with different examples. And I think the Hindi version is also equally good. When we read it, it is similar, but we can read it again and again. Again, reading it more and more will and trying to assimilate it within us can give us the real meaning of this maxim. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, brother.
It has been explained very nicely. Let us allow it to absorb within us. Yeah.
Thank you so much, brother.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, good night. Good night.